Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. So I told you guys in the last video, but if you didn't catch it there at the end, we do have a cattle guard for the pickup. So this is sent to us from Westin. If you can't read right there, Westin bumpers, I think. But this is what we ordered right here. HDX Modular Grille Guard. It should say with front-facing camera. It doesn't right there, so we're going to open this up and make sure we got the right thing before we get it thrown on the pickup. I wasn't able to find pictures online of one of these on a pickup, so I reached out to them and messaged them and asked if they had any, or you know what the deal was with it. They didn't have any pictures of it, so they went ahead and sent me one for free, make a video on it, send them some pictures. Yeah, so then they can have them and you guys can see what it looks like too. I found pictures of the regular one, the HDX Modular Grille Guard, but none with the front-facing camera. So I think the only difference there is there should be a hole cut out in where the emblem is so that you can see with your front-facing camera there. The box does not say that, but I hope we got the right thing inside of here. But they wanted me to do an unboxing on it as well, so this is what it looked like after it got here from the freight shipping company. Let's go ahead, crack this thing open, if I can do it all here with one hand. So far, packaging looks good. Looks awfully safe in here. I hope nothing's damaged. That's some intense bubble wrap. Now this is the piece we're interested in. The big main piece right here. This is the heavy part. Make sure there's a hole cut out here. And just by feeling it, it feels like there is a hole cut out. Right there. That's what we want. That's what we needed in order to make this thing work. All right, we got all that saran wrap off of there. Now let's get this material off, whatever this is. This will be the moment of truth here. And yes, we do have the hole cut out here for the camera. All right, and here is just kind of what it looks like so far. It's upside down, obviously. Your Ford emblem should be right in here. And then this would be like the bumper area, like right in through here, your grill and your emblem. Now, we also have the side pieces wrapped up over there for what covers the headlights. And then this is the modular design, so it comes in a couple pieces like this, and then we should just have to bolt it all up. And then I got to figure out if there's some instructions with it, so I can figure out if I put this on and then bolt the headlight pieces on, or do the headlight pieces and then bolt the whole thing up. And here's this side right here. It's got like a rubber piece around here. I'm not sure if that's for shipping. It doesn't go all the way around there. I'm wondering if that's just for shipping to help protect the edges. But this should be the driver's side, passenger side. Get the other one open. Okay, now the other side, that would be the passenger side. So this is the driver's side here. That's what that looks like. Same thing as the other one, just vice versa. All looks good, nothing looks damaged. Good news, looks like we got some instructions here. That's what we need. And then we got a whole bunch of brackets and stuff. I'm just gonna assume we have all the right parts. I gotta get this stuff moved over to the garage where I'm gonna work on it. And then we'll organize the parts over there. All right, guys, I got all the parts laid out here. Looks like we do have everything, but I got it all laid out here. But just real quick before we go ahead and get started, I wanted to show you guys what the front facing camera looks like from the inside of the pickup. As you can see right there, we do have the front facing camera, and I'll just give you a before shot kind of what the front end all looks like here. All right, now that you see that, let's go ahead and hop in. Look at that front facing camera. And I'm filming with my phone too, so it might connect and we'll lose audio. All right, it did disconnect there. Just show you guys the front facing camera, what it looks like. We've got the 360 camera right there too. It looks weird because the door's open. We get the door closed, you can see what the 360 looks like. Got the bumper laying in front there, the other part's to the left. On the left side here, we've got the front camera. You can see the front of the license plate, just kind of what everything looks like there. No obstruction of view. We're gonna test that once we get the cattle guard put on there and make sure it is the same way, but I just wanted to show you guys right now before that there's no obstruction to anything. It all works just fine. And also real quick here, I just kind of went through and looked at the instructions. They got pictures of everything and kind of what to do throughout. So I'm just gonna go ahead and follow the instructions here. Kind of update you guys along the way if it needs it. All right guys, just a quick little progress update here for you. So this is where we're at with it right now. Had a buddy come over, try and help lift the bumper up here. Got it awfully dirty, as you can tell, but kind of sucked. Had to pull the bumper off, find some bolts back here to get these pieces mounted onto. And then while I was down there, I just took out the factory tow hooks and the little trim bezel rubber piece that was in there to get this to go on. This is still loose right here. Once I get the thing mounted up to it, I'll go back in and tighten this, but I didn't see in the instructions a measurement. This one gave me a measurement 39 3/4 to keep it from outside to outside. So I got that lined up. There's just one bolt in these, so they were able to pivot this way. So I got that in there. Those didn't have a measurement, so we're gonna wait and get this put on there and then get the bolts put on, get it all tightened up, and then we'll go back through and tighten these here. But as of right now, they're loose. Taking the bumper off totally sucked. I wish there was kind of a different way to do it. The instructions did not help a whole lot. Show you guys here looking back. So right here it says install the upper mounting bracket, items 6 and 7. If you can see that, items 6 and 7, which on here shows these two as items 6 and 7. And going back here it says upper mounting bracket. Well, these are the lower mounting bracket. These are the upper mounting bracket that says item 8 and item 9. So you almost wanted to put these on there, but those don't fit. The pictures look right with having this piece on here, which is that's the top one right there and right there. So it says 8 and 9 for those, when those down in the words down here say 6 and 7, which is those. So the instructions are a little off, and then like in the pictures they show for it too, it's showing a 2015 to 17 body style, which there's quite a few things different between this one and that one. And then it also says like pop off these front covers and then you'll find 3 bolts and you just take those out. That's not the case either. You take those off and there's nothing behind that to get the bumper off. There is the bolt heads there, but they're welded together. So you have to go on the back side, crawl up under the truck, get up in there. This was what I was using to get to those, like a 12-inch extension with a swivel and then the socket. So that's kind of a pain as well. So the instructions don't line up, but I'm guessing that they're made for like a 16 to or a 15 through 17 truck, even though right there it says 21 to 22. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Must have just not checked everything totally when they put it on here. I'm not sure, but we're at this point so far. That took like 2 hours. I did not want to film the whole thing, so this is where we're at with it. I believe the next step now is we're going to get this thrown on here. So we're going to hold it up, get all the bolts put in, kind of figure out what needs to get lined up where, and then from there retighten those lower brackets where the tow hooks were. So this is that bezel piece I was talking about right here. So the tow hook went through this, but with those new ones, I can even show you. With these new ones, this would not work with that. It kind of goes straight like it looks like it would, but then up here it like angles up for the tow hook, and this goes down right there like that. So it looks like a sword coming out of the front, but this would not work. I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could notch a bunch of this out to put it back in, but I don't really care enough. I'm just gonna keep it out. So anyways, now that we're this far with it, I'm gonna try and film the next rest of it, unless same thing happens, it just takes forever and then my phone battery's gonna die. So we will see, but either way, I will get back with you guys in just a second and keep you updated on how it's going. All right, guys, as you just saw, we got the main section here put on. You can see there with the camera what it looks like. But I got the main section put on, got under the tow hooks, where the tow hooks would go, tightened up, because with this one you do lose the factory tow hooks. You can see like the curve with the actual bumper. So it seems like this guard is designed for this body style truck. It's just their instructions. They never changed anything, and it seems like it's for like that 15 to 17 body style or something. But the actual fitment of it seems good. It's just the instructions, like I had mentioned earlier, were a little off. And I kind of put it on here to tilt it this way a little bit. I think it sits the most level. That's as far this way as you can go. But I think, in my opinion, it kind of looked the best that way. You can kind of see the gap in there. So to get the hood open, you still can get your hand right down in here. But yeah, looks good so far. Got to go ahead. And I actually did find in the instructions it says put this on first and then put the wings on. I must have just looked over that earlier, but I did find that part in the instructions. So we're going to go ahead, get the wings mounted up here, and you guys can see that. And then after that, I think we should be good. All right, guys, well, we finally got her finished here. We did mess up a little bit, and we had this bolt right here put into the main frame part. And we ended up having to pull that out because this goes through the wing for the headlights too. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts here that hold each of the wings on. But once we fixed that and then we got all that stuff tightened up, it turned out pretty good. So a little walk around here. You guys can see what it looks like. Everything should be tight. Looks pretty good. I think it looks good. Got some braces on the truck now. And then you can see in here what the camera hole looks like. I don't remember if I showed that earlier or not, or if I was just looking at it. But you can kind of see there what that looks like. So this is kind of straight back looking at it. You can see the camera hole through there. But I wasn't sure how that was going to line up, because comparing to some of the pictures online, it almost looked like this bar was literally going to come right here in front of the camera. But it is up a little bit. So now that we got it put on, just show you guys what it looks like here, as I just did. And then we'll grab the key here, hit unlock, show you guys what the lights look like with it. So this top piece right here does kind of cover the top of the running light up there when you're standing like right here, which would be my eye level, or if you're kind of looking at it straight on, it kind of covers it, but not a big deal. It's just your daytime running lights, so that doesn't really matter. But go ahead and start the truck here and show you guys the camera. I'm not sure if my phone's going to cut out on audio or not, and then I'll show you what the headlight beams look like too. Turned off the headlights for a second just so you can see what it looks like here. So with the 360-degree camera, you can kind of see something going on right here and right here, and that would just be from the front of the cattle guard, and you can see the front of it right there. And this is what it looks like with the camera in there. So the top view is just fine. It's just covered up a little bit on the sides and kind of that bottom bar. You can still see the license plate. Doesn't look too bad. I kind of thought it was going to be worse, especially with where that I thought that bar was going to be. You can kind of see it right up there, but barely. But the way it looked is I thought it was just going to be right in the center and you weren't going to be able to see it at all. But I've got to use that camera when I get in and out of the garage here because I got the crew cab long bed and it sucks trying to park this thing. But let's get the headlights turned on and we'll show you guys those. So here's what the headlights look like. Low beams. And go ahead, turn the high beams on and we'll hit the hazards so you guys can see it all. So this is with the high beams and the hazards. So that bar does kind of get in the way of the turn signal there, but I don't really think it's a huge deal. You can still see around it. Can't really right now because the headlights are so bright, but you can still see around it to tell if you're turning or not. And then again, this is what it looks like with the front camera there. Well guys, I would say that is a success if you ask me. The camera still works pretty good. Like I said, there is a little bit of it getting in the way. It's kind of just like right here and then right here, but not a huge deal because it looks down. You can still see like the license plate to down here, so just kind of this bar gets in the way, but I don't really think it's a big deal. It's still 99% accurate with it. The other thing with the front camera would be the sensors in the front. So you know that light will pop up on your dash and blink at you if you're about to hit something. That should still work with it, and you saw when I just turned the pickup on there, it didn't say I was about to hit anything. I don't really know where those sensors are. I'm assuming they're somewhere right up in here, or maybe it's got something to do with the camera. It wasn't lighting up and blinking at me, but, and again, this is the Westin heavy duty HDX Modular cattle guard for the front facing camera. This one is priced at just under $800. I think it's like $797. Install really wasn't too bad. I would say with the cattle guard itself, it's pretty easy. The hardest part is with the factory bumper, but that's more like a Ford thing. That it doesn't have anything to do with Westin. No matter what cattle guard or whatever you put on, you're going to be facing those same problems. But the actual cattle guard was pretty easy. That took, honestly, an hour or less. Probably less than an hour to put on. It was the 2-hour part was getting the bumper off and then putting it back on and getting like the hangers put in there. But the actual cattle guard itself wasn't bad. Got it done tonight. Started the unboxing around 5 and it's right around 8 right now. So 3 hours in total. Isn't too bad. But guys, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this product. Get some photos here tomorrow in the daylight so I can show the world what this looks like with the cutout there, since I couldn't find any pictures of what it looks like on a truck. Now we can see what it looks like. So go ahead, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you have any questions about the install or anything else, go ahead and drop it down in the comments below. But I think that is pretty much going to be about it for the video. Also want to thank Westin for sending this out to me so I could get this put on and make this video for you guys. As always, thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.